Welcome to Vacuum Wars, and to our review of the new Dyson V12 Detect Slim Cordless Vacuum. It has all the latest technology from Dyson with some impressive specs for its size. We put it through all kinds of tests this week, and I think it's a much needed addition to Dyson's cordless lineup and to the cordless market in general. So links in the description, and let's get started. The cordless vacuum industry is all about balance. You can give it a lot of power by giving it a big motor, and you can give it a longer battery life by giving it a bigger battery, but those things make it larger and heavier, which means it will be harder to maneuver. On the other end of the spectrum, like with the Dyson Micro, their smallest cordless vacuum, you can make it super small, which makes it light and easy to use, even for all kinds of above floor cleaning tasks, but in that case you have to give it a super small battery and a small motor, which means a lot less power. And in the case of the Micro, it only has a soft roller, so it can only be used for hard floors. It seems to me that the Dyson V12 Detect Slim is Dyson's attempt to bring balance to this equation. It's right in the middle of the V15 and Micro in terms of size and weight, but its power and battery life numbers are pretty similar to the V15, and unlike the Micro, it comes with a standard combo head as well, so it can be used with carpets and rugs just like the V15. Starting off with the features, it has the same LCD display and one-button control system seen on the V15, which shows real-time battery life estimates that change depending on the type of attachment or power level that you're using. I think this is an extremely helpful feature which is very rare on cordless vacuums. It also has a built-in sensor, which detects particles and automatically adjusts the suction up or down to compensate when in auto mode. This is to optimize battery life and maximize performance. It boosts the power when you need it and saves battery life when you don't, and it really does seem to make a difference. They also use the data from that sensor to count the number and size of the particles that are being picked up and show it on the screen, something that I consider minimally helpful but kind of cool. I suppose it makes sense with its filtration system, which is a top-of-the-line whole machine HEPA filtration system, which filters particles down to 0.3 microns, which is about as good as it gets. It's only seen on premium vacuums like this one, and definitely not on cheaper ones. As I mentioned, it comes with a standard cleaner head, which can be used for hard floors or carpets, kind of a combo head, but it also comes with the new soft roller design, which is meant to be used exclusively for hard floors, and is truly amazing for hard floor pickup. The soft roller also has the new laser and lens combo, which lights up dust and hair on hard floors from a low level. It really does seem to show more dust on the floor than with LED lights. I wanted to think this was a gimmick, but the more I use it, the more I think it's really helpful. You can see the progress you're making better and see missed spots that I'm pretty sure I would miss with other vacuums. We tested its power by measuring its suction and airflow on all of its power settings and found that it was massively powerful, like in the top 10 cordless vacuums I've ever tested, and way above average, but still slightly lower than the V15. But as I mentioned, the real story here is that it got these high numbers while being a quarter of the weight of the V15. And in any case, it was much more powerful than the Dyson Micro with its smaller motor and battery. The V12 Slim did good with related tests, like the crevice pickup test and the usable suction test, where again it was way above average, but a touch less than the V15. Its hard floor pickup with the soft roller was nearly flawless, picking up everything we threw at it with ease, including super fine debris all the way up to large, ridiculous piles of debris. The combo head was great on carpets, picking up everything from small to extra large debris with minimal trouble, but I did have a complaint that it was the same style head seen on the V8, meaning that it's not the torque head with the adjustable front gates introduced with the V10, so it had trouble with larger debris on hard floors. It's still a great combo head, and if you have a mix of hard floors and carpets in your house, you'll probably find that you'll be using the combo head most of the time, since it is so easy to transition to different surface types. You just keep vacuuming. You don't need to push buttons or anything. Both heads are resistant to hair tangles, which is a big deal. It's only been recently that new technologies have solved this age-old problem, and Dyson's anti-hair wrap technology continues to improve with the V12. We tested it with human and pet hair with both the soft and combo cleaner head with no tangles. Its lightweight handle made it great for use with its attachments. I've often said that the bigger cordless vacuums like the V15 are kind of awkward to use like this, but the V12 has dramatically improved handheld maneuverability, making it a more versatile tool. The attachment set will vary depending on the package you buy. The one that I bought came with fairly standard but good quality attachments, with the new motorized brush design being the most impressive. It's good for upholstery, and it has its own anti-hair wrap feature, which seemed all but foolproof in previous tests we've done with it. I liked the clickable style battery, meaning that the battery can be removed for easy replacement, or if you wanted to buy an extra one for more runtime. One thing I don't like though is that it's not the same style clicking battery as on the V15, so it's not compatible. You couldn't trade it out if you already had one for the V15. I should also mention here that the heads and attachments on the V12 are not compatible with other models like the Micro or V15 either, so all the attachments are exclusive to the V12. As far as battery life, Dyson says it can get 1 hour with the cleaner heads attached on low power, which I more or less confirmed with the real-time readout. And in fact, all the numbers seemed very similar to the V15, which I consider to be impressive because of the size difference. One area where the compromise of its smaller size seemed to be evident was with the carpet deep clean test, where we embed sand into medium carpet and see how much it can pick up. Although its scores were well above average, it still wasn't as good as some of the bigger Dysons, which tend to dominate this test. It also has a small bin size at around 380 milliliters, not as small as with the OmniGlide or Micro, which were incredibly small, but still pretty small. It does have the same trombone-like emptying system on the bin, which is fairly well designed and easy to remove and clean, as previous models also were. Another con is the price. It's certainly a big investment, but after a lot of years of testing Dysons, I feel more confident in recommending them even at their high price, because they are consistently well designed and they do go through a lot of testing and tend to last a long time. The bottom line is that the V12 Detect Slim or Absolute are almost everything that the V15 was, but in a smaller package. And though that might not sound like much, it must have been a monumental engineering feat to make it happen. And I think people will really like it. Links in the description, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars before you leave. Thanks for watching.